Hi, I'm Dr. Janae Hunt, and today I just wanted to stop by and talk to you briefly about when is the last time you've done a self assessment? An assessment to look at the qualities in your life, the good things that have happened, and thinking about where you want to go from here. So, for me, a part of my self assessment was a nice little list I made when I turned 40. It's called my 40 Things I Learned by Age 40 list. So I won't bore you with all the details of all 40, but for instance, something as simple as how to ride a bike. I had learned by age 40 how to ride a bike, so it made the list. But a few other things are the value of community love and friendship. I learned that. That's not something that I just innately thought about or assumed was present because it hasn't always been present, but I've learned the value of that. And so I've also learned that we are never too old to have fun or be goofy. And I really value that because as a young person, I took myself really seriously. And that's benefited me in some ways. And in other ways, I've had to learn how to relax and that it's okay, even as an older person or an adult, to have some fun and to laugh and to engage in a game. Or we had an Easter egg hunt for the family. And I told someone, I said, if I felt well enough, I wasn't feeling good, that I would run around and grab some eggs too, just for fun with the children. So I think it's important to stay a kid at heart. I've learned that prayer changes things. And so I've had to learn how to choose prayer over worry. And that's not always been easy. And I've learned, last thing I'll share, I've learned that healthy boundaries equal a healthy me. I haven't always practiced boundaries in my life, and now I do. And so I'm able to get the self care that I need, and I'm also able to reach out and help others. And so that was important for me, and that'll be important for me to share with someone else. So, what would your list look like? And you may not have to do 40 by 40, 20 by 20. You can say 10 things I've learned in my life by this age, or 10 things I learned this year, um, and go from there. And so, it's all about self evaluating and seeing, where am I right now? And how does that feel for me? Am I okay with where I'm at right now? Sometimes we deal with so much frustration, and really we could have a different life on a daily basis and different outcomes if we would just stop and say, okay, this is what I've learned. Even looking at what you're good at and your qualities, these are my good qualities. How am I going to help them to work for me and with me? And we can't forget the Lord. So we'll say, okay, what does God want me to do in my life at this time? So I challenge you to start thinking about those things and to start applying that in your life. And so that will require a change, perhaps. And if it does, I want you to think about two things. I want you to think about if there was a ruler in front of us right now, and we want to call this the importance ruler. And so on one side is a zero, and on the other side is a 10. And it says, okay, the change I need to make in order to get the outcome that I want. Is it more money for your family? Is it more time with your family? Is it a better weight or a health goal that you have? Whatever your goal is. And I want you to think about this importance ruler and I want you to say, okay, how important is it for me to start making changes to get to that outcome? And when you start thinking about that, just remember there's a zero on one end that says it's not important at all. It's just something crossed my mind now and again, or it's extremely important to me. And if I don't make this change and get to this outcome, I'm going to live daily with stress. And I don't like doing that anymore. So I'm ready to make this change. And so for me, I'm somewhere up at a 9. It's really important to me right now. I have some health changes that I desire and want to see come to pass. And I also have just some personal goals. That's why I come onto the Janae Hunt channel and record for you all, is because I have some goals that I am trying to achieve that way as well. And so it's funny, my children said, hey mom, you got a channel and you're gonna get all these likes and subscribers. And I hadn't even thought about that. I was just thinking it's time for you to start putting your work out there, your skills, your talent. If the subscriptions and the notifications, or not the notifications, the likes and all that come, great. And I hope they do, but that wasn't my purpose. So I know there's work to be done and lighting that needs changed. I think my son's laughing in the room next door. I know to make a perfect YouTube channel, you really need to have all that in check and media things and things that just make it great. But I just had to start somewhere. So ask yourself, how important is it to you to make the change? Are you going after a business? Are you trying to restore a relationship with someone? What is your desire and what skills do you have and experiences do you have that are going to help you reach your goal? All right, that's just a little food for thought and introduction. I'm Janae Hunt, and I hope to talk to you soon.